they be stopping. So many options that you can take a gamble. We scramble, do it big, living in the apples. Arabs and black and yellow cats, a lot of dudes can't breathe. Lost their ghetto pass. There's some people who don't care about living a better path. Grinding in the square just to make some better cash. Addicted to the way to New York City lights flash. Got too bad, and you can hear the sirens all the way from Brooklyn down to Brooklyn, and everything ain't always the same. Everybody walking around with a dollar in the scheme. Big city brings about big money bring. South to North Broadway, getting richer. Take a picture, chilling all day. Lead it up from the blocks to the hallway. But think twice when you talking in the wrong way. Lick shots in the air for my people who ain't here. Living in the city of despair.
Hello, my name is Joe, CEO, Beyond Driven Records, Uranium Studios, producer, engineer, drummer, writer.
So Joe, when did you decide to build your own studio and why?
I decided to build my own studio probably like 4 years ago because being a musician, traveling and playing was very hard, and the type of music we played was pretty hard, and a lot of people didn't want us to play, so we were kind of like the outcast. So after a while I got sick of it, borrowed a lot of money, asked a lot of favors, and I decided to build my own studio, and that was just for rehearsal, and then it became more than that, where I ended up producing, engineering, and so on and so forth. So I borrowed more money and ended up building my own recording studio in Queens that I brought to Staten Island, and that was both questions, no?
Yeah. So Joe, what type of music are you most influenced by?
When I started, it was pretty much strictly metal. You know, Metallica, Pantera, Hatebreed. That was what I mostly was influenced by when I was playing. And then, you know, as I got more open-minded and came on the other side of the table, which is producing, engineering, you know, I kind of got back into just rock and hip-hop, which is kind of what I grew up on because of where I lived and everything. And then now I basically do mainly hip-hop and rock and some metal, and that's pretty much my range, and that's where I really want to go and I feel comfortable.
So Joe, when you produce an artist, how much influence do you have?
Well, it depends on the artist, because most artists are jerk-offs and they got big heads, so they don't like being told how to do things correctly or differently. But most of the people I work with, you know, I'm able to mold, which is good. So I try to have the most influence as possible because I'm sending them in the direction where they should be. It depends if they want to sell albums or they want to play in front of 20 people. So the more they let me produce and, you know, show them where to go, the more people they'll play in front of, the more albums they'll sell. And the people who just basically want to do what they want to do, I don't really want to work with them because there's no point in me doing anything.
What instruments do you play?
I've been playing drums for about 15, 20 years, and I just recently started doing vocals, very little guitar. Well, I actually started with guitar first, but it was just very boring. And when I was younger, I had some anger issues, so I actually started playing drums, and it actually helped me because I had to bang on things all the time. So basically, I played guitar, I got a little boring. I went to drums, I played that for like 15, 20 years, and then just recently I've been doing vocals. And I play a little guitar. I play a little bit of everything just because it helps me with the producing and engineering of the artist.
What influenced you to decide to go from a touring artist to actually become a producer?
Well, after touring for a little while and just the daily grind, you know, getting screwed from clubs and, you know, not making that much money and just you know, other artists and musicians, it's a really hard thing, because when you have so much drive and the rest of the people don't, and it's like you're carrying people all the time, constantly. You know, after a long time of that, it just got very draining. So I decided to, you know, start basically learning the other side of the ropes. And a few people suggested to me to, you know, why don't you open your own label? Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? You know, since I knew so much about the business, I basically, you know, said, okay, the hell with it, you know. And I kind of, you know, got a little discouraged and disgusted with the, you know, music side, just because of the people that you're surrounded by most of the time. And I ended up, you know, producing, engineering. Me and a couple of friends got some equipment, and we learned everything from scratch. And then basically I started my own record label. I produce now, I make beats, I engineer, and I still play and stuff like that. I would like to tour and do that stuff again. It was fun, but you know, just being that young and doing it was very hard. You know, just trying to keep up with everything and make a living at the same time. It's very hard. So now I came to this side where I can be a little bit more vocal and expressive on what I do and how I do it.
Over the years, what are some of the artists that you've met and worked with?
Well, when I was playing, we played with bands like Diecast, Atreyu, Blood Simple, which are pretty big bands. We played with Gilby Clarke, Guns N' Roses. Our first show we ever played was way back, which was with Quiet Riot. That was the first show, which was pretty cool. First experience. Sorry, that was Pete. And then just through the years of just, you know, producing, engineering, we've hung out with, you see, I've met the guys from Korn, Sharon, the guys from Hatebreed, been to my studio, House of Pain. I've met Ozzy. I've been on stage with Pantera. You know, and I've worked with a good amount of people. If you look around the room, stuff like that. You know, right now I'm recently working with, I'm going to be making beats and working with Russell Simmons' son. I work with Joel Ortiz, Warren Riker. I've worked with a lot of people. Drake Sutter, Trap's manager. You know, I got a pretty nice selection here. Cut my own groups, cut my own artists that I'm working on, and hopefully by the spring, you know, I get out there and I could just, you know, make some good music and tour with these people and, you know, do what I love. That's pretty much it.